like it's spelling. So whatever we say, we have actually released that into the world in some way. So this is why you have to be so careful with that. And if things are good and positive, give them power. If things are negative or whatever, or are gonna have fear. I mean, if you the thing with this is the most important thing with anything, within spiritual work, within tarot, within protection, within healing, within anything, I believe that the most important thing is intent. Okay, there was a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine who I love dearly, and she's living away at the moment as well. And the other week I was having a bit of a wobble, and she doesn't read tarot, but I bought her a deck, and they're really, she's funny. She reads tarot for me in a really funny way. And what she actually done was she got a little notepad and she wrote down every single tarot card so that when she spoke to me, she could give me some guidance with it, and they worked perfectly. Now, she's not a tarot reader. They were bits of paper, but the intent she put in was to try and give guidance. So, intent is massive. Intent is the most important. So I hope that helps you there. Right, okay. This is turning into just a little chit chat, isn't it? I'll go up to 25 minutes and then I'll do them. Yeah. My inner child went into hiding when I was 7 and I haven't seen her since. Well, it's time you stop playing hide and seek and go and find her, Jan, I think. This is what we need to do, especially over this new moon. Right, okay, just learn. You're getting drained off tarot cards. Sorry to sound like a knob. You don't sound like a knob at all. It depends on how much. If they're very, very powerful, and if you're feeling drained straight away, okay, then, maybe not use them as much. Sleep with them under the pillow and they will get your energy on. That's what I always do with a new deck as well. Before you get the deck, please say, I really want, hold them in your hands and say something very simple like, I really want to get the most from these tarot cards. I want to work with you, but I'm finding it pretty draining. Can you please protect my energy or take my energy? You'd take the energy from the cards back into me, just something simple like that. As I was just talking about the intent, I mean, it can get very draining, doing this work can get very, very draining, and this is why, like I say, this self-love, back to that again, it can leave us feeling so drained that we need to replenish as well. Try and maybe eat something when you have it. Try and maybe drink a glass of water as well. That's always really good. And maybe try and have a crystal. A fire agate is really good to have around tarot cards, I feel, as well. How am I feeling living here now that you've adjusted? I love it. I love this place. But like I say, nothing is permanent. I don't know if I'll be here this time next year. I don't know. It's nothing is permanent, but this island is making it very, very easy to live in the now. And I wish I could experience more of the island. I'm doing a lot of work, and I really want to be able to enjoy this experience to the best of my ability. That was why last week I was just, look, I need to go to the beach, just to have that. It's on my doorstep, and I need to make the most of it as well. What do you recommend a person with fear-based, especially if they're unfounded? Right, okay, fear-based thought is, it's, for God, it's look for the evidence, they say fear is false evidence appearing real, okay? So if there's no evidence, then it's, don't give it power. A really good thing to do is put an elastic band on your wrist, and every time you have a fear-based thought, ping it. Okay, ping it really, really hard, and eventually you realize how much you do it. I can recommend a book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. That is fantastic. And I think as well, if you're having fear-based thoughts, it's a projection. It's about what could happen, okay, which hasn't happened yet. It's not real, because the past doesn't exist anymore, and neither does the future, So I did pull an oracle card, and what I got today was the here and now. This is what it's about. But what we need to think is, we worry about something bad can happen, okay? But the thing is, within our life, bad things are going to happen. That is life, and the more we worry about them, often the fear of them is worse than when they happen. I remember when, I suffered from fear for a lot of years, and massively suffered to the point where I was agoraphobic. I wouldn't go out the house. My life was really on hold for a long, long time, a number of years. And I had this fear of everything. I was scared of everything, basically my own shadow. And then once I started to help myself, you know, and say, this is not where I want to live. And I started to go into therapy, and I started to do other stuff, and I started to practice my spirituality more, and my art and my creativity. And these were all building, and it was hard, you know, what didn't just come overnight, but it happened. And then what happened with that was some really bad shit happened in my life afterwards, you know, like really bad. I mean, like I say, my mum was killed in a car crash. My best friend died, you know, all within a space of months. And everything that I'd been scared of happened. But it was kind of like, well, I've got to deal with it. What can I do? I can't just lie down and just give up on life, you know? So it's kind of the fear of things can keep us stuck. Whereas what we need to know is we need to be open, because everything in life is an experience. You know, we're going to suffer loss, we're going to suffer pain, or we're going to have pain and we're going to have loss, but you know, they are inevitable. But the suffering is our choice. Like I said, you know, to choose love or choose fear. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Outside, connect with nature. But right. Okay. There's loads here. Tanya, speak English a little bit slow, please. I speak the way especially when I'm channeling as well. Sorry about that. When I speak, it's how it comes out. So I'm sorry about that. Right. Okay. So now I'm going to get started on these cards, because I've waffled on and waffled on. Hope you are keeping good. Yeah, I am. Oh, right. Okay, so this one is about this new moon. What is coming through? What is coming through for Aries? Okay, so what is this new moon going to highlight? Right. Okay, this is quite. Yeah, I think Aries are going to be hit with the emotional stick. This Oh, right. Okay. Right, okay, so when I'm looking at this for Aries, okay, I'm going to pull a spirit card as well. I really feel, we were talking before about hermit mode, okay? Aries, I feel you're going to, there's a coldness coming, okay? And it's almost like I feel there could be a storm coming. Hi, I didn't know you'd come back. Sorry, that was just Louisa, my flatmate's just coming there. Yeah, it's almost like there could be a storm coming, but I feel when I'm looking at this that it is more of a bit of an ice storm, you know, than anything else. There's a real coldness, there's a real reclusiveness here. There's a real keeping yourself to yourself, almost like I've got what I need, and this is what I'm going to stick with. There is emotional pain. There is choppy waters. So any of you that are in relationships, Aries, you know, there could be some pain. There could be some breakups. There could be some makeups, okay? But it's almost like what you need to do is release these emotions, okay? Keeping whatever you have inside will lead to more pain. Okay, so this is about being open and honest. Okay, this is about planning for the future and taking action, because it's almost like when I'm looking at this, it's internally where the turmoil is. This storm is internal, not external. Okay, so it's almost like you need to get out what is inside, you know, present it, like I say, if this is around relationships, present it to the other person and say, look, this is what I'm dealing with, you know, and it's up to the other person to see whether they're going to help, or they're prepared, you know, with this baggage. But I see a lot of light here, and I see a lot of love as well. So it's almost like, get out of your own way, Aries, because that is where the problem lies. There is turmoil within you. There are choppy waters within you. There are emotions that you're not dealing with, or that you are scared, or you don't know how to deal with. And this is causing you to retreat and, you know, lock yourself away. But that is not the answer. The answer is to get things out in the open, and this will make the sunshine, and it will melt this ice. I don't know why they're saying that, but that's how it is. You know, this is about love and compassion, and like I say, this is, you know, giving it to yourself as well, and allowing yourself to be nurtured, because that is what is massively needed here, I feel, Aries. So I hope that makes sense to Aries. I'm going to pull a spirit card here. Right, okay. So this is a really nice card here for Aries, and what this says is this is time to heal old wounds, time to let go and forgive. Do not allow yourself to be a victim any longer, for in doing so, you only hurt yourself. Forgive and set yourself free. You're eternally loved. Accept the love being offered to you and allow it to heal you. So that is exactly what I've said there, and it's please do this, Aries, because it is for you, okay? It's almost like the way you're thinking, it's almost like you're expecting disappointment down the line anyway. So it's, well, I might as well do that, okay? But like I say, this is, as I mentioned before, this is all about sort of not believing the old story, okay, and not projecting. Things can change, okay? Things can change. So if you expect a different outcome, you can get it, okay? So, right, okay. So who have we got next? Right, okay, who have we got next? Taurus, yeah? Right, okay, so Taurus. Yeah, go to the ocean to heal your soul, Terry. Right, so this is Taurus. Right, okay, Taurus, this is a nice one for you, okay? I really feel that this moon is going to work in your favor, okay? It's almost like you're going to be truthful to yourself, okay? Truthful about your emotions. You're going to let them all spill out, okay? This is it. So it's going to be quite an emotional time. Quite an emotional time for you, but it's almost like this is what is needed to bring the balance in. So even if this is tears, it's almost like the tears are going to wash away what is there. And by the end of this moon, it's bringing you a much needed security, okay? There's a security coming in for you, and this is what is I think is needed. Taurus, they like their security, but it's almost like you will get this when you feel secure within yourself, okay? When you feel secure within yourself, this is when you will start to feel secure within your environment as well, okay? And I feel it's going to be quite a passionate time for you as well. I mean, we've got this card here for you, and it's saying love, sexual energy, passions aroused, vital life force, the sun, giver of strength, a gift, new infusion of energy, something beyond your control. So it's almost like once you let go of these emotions, you allow this passion for life to come in, this physical passion. And if we look at that card, it's all reds. This is all connected to the root chakra. So this is about when you feel secure, you will feel secure within yourself, okay? And you can then start to strut your funky stuff. So, that is a great reading for Taurus there. So I hope that makes sense. Right, okay. All right. Right. Okay, so we have Gemini. Yeah. You look great. You look eternally happy. Yeah, I said to my friend the other day, I'm 98% happy, 2% in hell. It's kind of like, this is the island. It's strange. I mean, life is it's beautiful here. It's crazy. It's on Saturday. I was sitting having a coffee, and somebody drove past with a chicken on their bicycle, and then they put the chicken on the table and then left. So it's just a chicken. I'm like, oh, God, I love Ibiza. And I went on the Dodgem cars the other night as well. That was really fun. I had a proper inner child day, and that was fantastic. It was like being at the shows, and it was just great. I really, really laughed. Right. Absolutely right, Donna Marie. Sometimes tragedies are, they're manifestations to take us to freedom. And that is, I'm pleased you mentioned that. Thank you for that, Donna. This is it as well about home, okay? Think about home. I mean, if we think a crab, Cancer the crab carries its home on its back, okay? So it's wherever you are home. You know, it doesn't have to be a place, okay? It doesn't have to be a place. It's when you feel at home in yourself. Right, so who we're doing now? This is Gemini, yeah? Right, Gemini. So what's this full moon bringing in for you? Yeah, they don't happen to us, they happen for us. You know, everything does. Right, Gemini. What I feel you are doing, what this moon is doing for you, okay, is Spirit are trying to work through you, okay? They're trying, sorry, my hands go like that when I started channel here. So Spirit are working through you, but you are blocking them. It's almost like there's this block around your security and around your pleasure center, okay? So your bottom two chakras, I feel there is a blockage around, Gemini. And this is about you trying to control too many things, or trying to keep control here. And it's almost like you, in a way, and please don't take this the wrong way, but it's almost like you feeling that you need to control rather than let the universe control, okay? And what they're saying here is trust in us and we will show you a better way, a way that will actually work for you better, you know, a way where you will become more enlightened and a way where you will get better gifts than if you do this by yourself, okay? So it's almost like Spirit are wanting to co-create with you. You are blocking it, and this moon is going to show you that, okay? It's really going to, you know, it is not your responsibility, okay? This is it. It's almost like you need to surrender and see your life open up, you know, and give yourself a break as well. If you're trying to control everything all of the time, you know, it gets quite tiring and exhausting. So it's almost like they're trying to give you a little bit, you know, they're trying to cut you a little bit slack here, you know. So like I say, there's a big surrender coming, I feel, for Gemini. And what we've got here is emotions. And this one says, you are awash with unexpressed emotions. Say exactly what you feel. You don't need to control it. It is safe for you to speak your truth. So this is it, you know, allow yourself to be truthful to yourself, like I mentioned before, and see that once you are doing this and once you are recognizing your emotions, you will see that this moon is not coming to keep you in the dark. It's actually coming to illuminate you and illuminate your way. Okay, so it's nothing to be scared of. And I think that is where it lies with you, Gemini. It lies in the fear of expressing yourself and seeing exactly how you feel, okay? So it's this is what you need to do this moon. Right, okay, so we have Gemini. Who's after Gemini? God, I'm having a mind blank at the minute.